Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi Mtswala, my name is Gamo, and to all my returning subscribers, hi Mtswala, welcome back to yet another video. I almost said bonnets on because honestly speaking, sitting down here is just giving hair review, but hear me out. Today I'm back again to give you guys my makeup routine. I'm not too certain if it's updated because I'm still following the same steps that I've been following. I've implemented a few things here and there, so there are a little bit of changes, but it's like minor things, like one or two things like that. This video is aimed at assisting any beginners, so because it's beginner friendly. It's aimed at assisting any makeup beginners. Even as an advanced babe, you can still follow my routine. Like I always say, I am not a makeup professional. I am not a makeup professional artist. I am not a professional. Please, I am nothing of that nature. I'm just a girl and I'm just a makeup lover, honestly speaking. So I'm just sharing my tips and tricks with you. You can choose to use them in your makeup routine or makeup steps. The products that I use as well, plug for my girls. So I'm very happy to bring you this one. Before we get into the video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you can get also notified every time I upload an awesome video like this one. And let's get straight into it. Okay, let's start. Before we get into it, as I always do and I always will, I just want to make this disclaimer. I am not a professional makeup artist. I am not a makeup guru. I'm not a makeup specialist. I'm just a girl that likes to do makeup. I am self-taught, so I watch YouTube videos, I watch TikTok videos, girl, any type of makeup content, I am a consumer thereof. Okay, so I will be doing my makeup the way I do my makeup. These are the steps that I follow. Okay, so if you would like to follow the steps that I follow, you're more than welcome to do so to achieve the makeup look that you want to go for. Okay, so that's just what I wanted to get out of the way before we begin with this one. Okay, so first things first, because I have had sunscreen on my face for a couple of hours, I'm going to want to remove the sunscreen before I start with my base. I'm going to use these Johnson's wipes to remove it. There's no product on the wipe, it's just the wipe itself and whatever product that's on the wipe already, and that's what I'm going to use to just wipe my face. And I have the door open as usual, and the people here, they live. Okay, so if you're hearing voices, my apologies. There was no better time for me to record this, but I want to give it to you. Okay, great. My face is dry. Now I'm going to go in with my Nivea sunscreen. So guys, this video, right, or this routine, I don't think it's an updated makeup routine as such, because literally I'm doing what I did 4 months ago when I did my makeup routine. So I don't even know what the title of the video would be, because there's absolutely nothing updated except maybe the fact that I blend with brushes first. Now I no longer just blend with the beauty blender. I now use brushes to blend first, then go in with the beauty blender thereafter. So I'm just like, it's okay, the girls have been crying, awesome Mtswala makeup tutorial. So awesome Mtswala has heard you. I live now some Mtswala, imagine. I do feel like sunscreen hydrates my face enough. However, I go in with this one. You can skip the step if you want to. And I go in with this Maybelline Luminous Fit Me Smooth Primer. You can get this product and the sunscreen either at Discam or at Clicks. I just like to have my face really hydrated. I feel like my makeup stays for longer, and obviously I like a dewy finish, so I just feel like having these products on like this does give off the dewy finish ultimately when I'm done. Now that my face is nice and hydrated, looking ever so glazed, I'm now gonna go in with my soap. So I have this container. I had a brow gel before from Hermosa Flow Cosmetics, then I finished it off. So now in here, because I like to recycle, guys, like I'm one person who recycles everything under the sun. Okay, so I put in my soap like this. This is soap that was finishing, then I put it in here. That's what I used to lay my brows flat. Then I had this also in here. There was a setting spray and it finished. When it finished, I loaded water into here. I loaded water into here so that I can do this. So basically I just do this, right? Then I take my old toothbrush that I'm no longer using for my teeth. You see, I recycle everything. It's so important. Please, I'm a star. Then I just rub it like this, you know, just to activate the soap. Then I come to my brows, and that's what I use to cover my brows. So this helps me to lay my brows flat. I did go in a bit too much, but I'm going to be able to control it just using my fingers to remove the excess product. See, so easy, right? When I was using gel, I found that the gel does not necessarily lay them as flat as soap does. I mean, for the whole day type thing, because I like for my brows to be laid like this the whole day, you see. So I just really found that with the gel, they would pahama at some point, especially when I put on foundation, which is the next step you'll see just now. So I find that this technique with the soap, it really helps them to last the whole day, really, when they are flat, or like it keeps them flat the whole day, you see. The next step is I'm going to take this foundation. This is Maybelline Superstay in the shade 63 Cappuccino, and that's what I'm going to cover my brows in. So how I usually do it is that I have this thing, which is a paint holder. I got this from Take A Lot. You can get this foundation literally anywhere. I think TikTok. You can get this from Discam or Clicks. And I just go in with one pump like that. Then I just take this foundation, see, some here. Then I just apply on my brows just to cover my entire brow. Please don't ask me why I do this. Like I said, most of the steps that I follow, there's absolutely no reason, or like no legitimate reason for all. Like there's no... Like there's no big explanation that I can give you. I always say that I learned this technique from Dumi Powerhouse. When I discovered this technique, I never looked back. Doing my brows like this, I literally never looked back. Like I started to do my brows like this and I never ever looked back. And ever since I learned how to do my brows like this, my life has literally changed. So yeah, basically I cover them with foundation like this all the way through. And most of the makeup brushes I'm using, they're either from Hermosa Flow Cosmetics or they are from Hues and Tones. I'm going to go in with my Yardley translucent powder. This is in the shade Absolute Translucent. Guys, I always get questions, what is the shade, and I'm like, I don't know what the shade is. When I get into the store, I literally go to the aisle and look for this one, and that's the one that I use. Also, when you ask me like what should you use as a dark skinned person or as a light skinned person, I really don't know. I feel like this works for everybody, unless there's somebody maybe in the comments who can assist us, guys. Like I said, it is quite hot today, so I have opened the door and the curtains are whiling behind me, child. Anyway, so if you can maybe assist us in the comments by telling us like how different skin tones or different shades or whatever people can use, like which ones they can use, like which powder they can use, maybe also from the same brand or from a different brand. I don't know how, maybe somebody can assist us, but I never know how to answer that, because this is what I use. And when I do people's makeup and it's somebody who's got a darker tone than I do, I still use the same powder and it still works, you know, the same. So I never really know how to answer that. But if there's somebody who's got more knowledge than I do, please, you're a star, be my guest, and please answer us. And now that I look like Madea and Helen on Diary of a Mad Black Woman, I'm just going to quickly wipe it off like this so that I don't look this crazy child. And then I'm going to take my eyebrow pencil that I got from Makuleng Sana. You know me and El Cool, good friends. I'm going to be looking at a mirror over here, and obviously for this part, because I can't talk while I do my brows, terrible eyesight, so I'm just literally gonna bring this close up, but you'll be able to see me from there. Just to cover out my brows, I'm going to go back in with my foundation that I used to cover them, same shade in the front here. Then to cover out the ends of my brow, I'm going to go in with this LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Warm Honey. As you've noticed, I was applying and dragging down so that the concealer can sort of cover my eyelid, so I can start to base my eyelids to prep them for eyeshadow. I am going to do a very simple look, guys, because this is really just a beginner friendly kind of makeup tutorial, if you may. I feel like my steps are really beginner friendly. Let me call it that. And I'm just gonna go in with the brush just to blend that out before I go in with my concealer that I'm gonna actually use as a base. I do not use eyeshadow base to base my lids because I don't necessarily do bright colors all the time, you know. I do like to rock simple eyeshadow looks, so that's why I honestly just stick to using concealer, because I don't necessarily do bright colors like I mentioned. So this is what I do then, just to blend it out. And remember, brows are not twins, they are cousins and very distant at that, so they don't have to look the same all the time. I know mine don't look the same, and that's perfectly fine. To base my lids, I am gonna go in with this LA Girl Pro Concealer. This is in the shade Creamy Beige. I'm just doing a very simple eyeshadow look, so I don't necessarily have to do this step, but I'm just giving you tips as to if you're somebody who's into like eyeshadow and you don't want to buy eyeshadow base, or you don't afford eyeshadow base. I don't know what the reason would be for you to not be able to get it. You can always opt for concealer, you know, because I feel like it works the same. I'm not sure because I've never really owned an eyeshadow base, so I don't know what I'm even talking about, but yeah. And then for eyeshadow, I'm gonna go in with my Hermosa Flow Lily palette. As you can tell, this palette has seen days, so you know, I am gonna just go on the outer part of my eye like that. I'm using this shade called Pure. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go in with this shade over here. This is also from the Hermosa Flow Birthday Edition. It's a tan kind of looking color, and I just like how it pops just here at the corner of my eye. It makes a world of a difference, and I absolutely like that. And then from the Hues and Tones Affirmation Palette, I like to use this gold over here. And I just take my finger and do this, just for a little razzle dazzle for real. I'm now moving to foundation. Before we get to that, this band is literally killing me alive. I am going to just remove it. I like this install, it looks cute. This is not my original shade foundation. The one that I used was finished when I bought this one, and I will finish this one before I can get another one, period. So I'm going to use this foundation. This is the Maybelline Super Stay in the shade 63 Cappuccino. I like to mix it with the MAC Studio Fix. This is in the shade NC46. This is because the Maybelline one does have an orange undertone, and I always feel like when I mix it with the MAC one, the MAC helps bring down the orange undertone. So that's what I do. I like to transfer onto this thing. I would really highly suggest and recommend that you get this thing. This thing works wonders. You can use it to mix your foundations the way I'm doing, because putting product from the bottle onto your skin sometimes can be messy. So you want to control what you're doing and how you're doing it, so this thing comes in handy for those occasions. Then all I do is just I mix it like this. Then all I do is just I put this foundation over here, all over my face really. I did say I don't do dermaplaning, and I've got quite a hairy face, so you will see that. Just a disclaimer, so that you can know what you're dealing with. Girl, you're dealing with Wolverine. I do have quite some hair on my face, and yeah, I like to drag it and bring it all the way to my neck, because I do have dark marks on my neck since the pigmentation or whatever that is that I had on my face, just in case you're wondering. And as you can see, I do not put any foundation on my under eyes or under my eyes, because that is reserved for when I do my highlighting. When I started the video, or as you can see right now, my lips do have some gloss. I like to remove the gloss before I can blend my foundation, because I don't want the oils of the gloss to mix with the foundation, so I like to do that. And then another updated step, I go in with this rose water from Nivea. Love it. I just go over my face with this. This also helps to blend this in quite nicely, and it keeps my face hydrated. I think the most important thing for me is hydration. I do not like matte makeup on me personally like that. Like, I don't know when was the last time I saw my face looking super dry like that. I dab as I'm blending my foundation in. I do not swatch or do this, or no, I dab it in like this. My makeup brushes are so dirty, forgive me. This was very impromptu. This makeup tutorial was impromptu. I had not yet washed my brushes, but I will be attending to that very soon, so don't mind them. I like to cover my neck a little bit because of the dark marks, as I've mentioned. And as you've seen, I didn't put any makeup on my forehead. I do not like to put foundation on my forehead if I've already installed a wig. I feel like it makes the wig look dirty when you put foundation over there, like a ton of foundation. You can just go in with the brush that's got the excess product, and I think it still would cover, you know. Before I had my skin fungus, I really used to not like putting makeup on my neck, foundation like this, because my neck folds, can you see? Then when it folds, it gets sweaty, then it creates lines there, or it creates lines there, and it looks quite weird. But after I had the skin fungus, it obviously left me with dark marks all over my neck, so my neck looks black and it looks dark. So putting foundation on here sort of kind of shields and hides that. But sometimes I do see it, like in videos and in pictures, I really be seeing it, and I'm just like, yo, it looks like my neck is really black. But if you've seen me in person, or if you come closer, you'll notice that my neck is not black, but I've got black marks on my neck, you know, and I'm just waiting it out, child. I'm waiting for them to disappear whenever they want to disappear. So yeah, I do like to make sure that I have blended everything in. My makeup takes quite some time when I do it, because I like to make sure that everything is seamlessly blended in, so you're not seeing harsh lines, you're not seeing patches and funny things going on my face. And then I go in again with the creamy beige concealer from LA Gold Pro Conceal, and I start highlighting here. This is the brighter shade, so I start by putting it over here like this. I also like to bring some of that here. Then I follow up with Warm Honey, and I start to put it over here and over here as well, and over here as well. So whatever I'm doing on this side, I'm gonna do on the other side. I also like to put some over here. I do wait for about 5 minutes for it to sit small, and then this is how I blend my concealer out. I love the LA Gold Pro concealers because they are full coverage. They're very thick in consistency as well, so I really like the job that they do on my skin. And I start with this one when I start to blend out. I start off by using a brush because I feel like a brush does not pick up as much product as a beauty blender does. But I do go in with the beauty blender because, like I said, I really like a seamless finish. And I feel like just blending in with brush, I don't know, for me personally, I don't know, it just doesn't give what a beauty blender gives. So I like to go back with the beauty blender once I'm done with blending out like this with the brush. Generally, that's what I would do when I'm blending out with brushes. This is how I would be finished if I were to say I'm blending out with brushes. Hence, I always like to go back also with a beauty blender just to make sure that I honestly leave a seamless finish. These beauty blenders, I got them from Shein. They came in a packet of 3. Yes, I will leave a link down below. I hope I can find it because I got them like a while back, but I'll try and find a link and I'll link them down below so that my girls can get their hands on them, because these are really legit lifesavers. I like this. Can you see this pointy, I don't know what you call the shape? I like it for stuff like what I'm gonna do right now. Can you see? It just helps define those lines, honestly, and I like that for that. Like, I really like that for that. Like, Shein, you did your big one with these ones. Like, they're really good. I love them. Another thing you need to know, babe, is that if you want honestly that flawless finish, that airbrush finish, you are going to have to blend. Your arm must feel like it's almost falling off of your body. That's the only way you know that you have wiped. Someone will argue and say no, but you need to put little product so that you don't have to blend the whole time. Even people with minimum product, I'm telling you, one thing, you're walking around there with lines on your face because you don't want to blend. You're going to have to dedicate some time to blending if you want seamless finishes, that radiant look. I feel that airbrush looking like you are editing your picture and putting high things off auto face tune. Is it auto tune or face tune? In order for your pictures to give that, in order for you to give that in person, I'm not even talking about pictures, I'm talking about for you to give that, like when we see you in person, for you to honestly be giving that, you need to blend. Your arm will be tight. By the time you're done, you would have got a muscle or two. By the time you're done, you would have gotten a muscle or two. You see the muzzle. Guys, the muzzle. And then to clean out those harsh lines, as you can see, I just go back in with the brush that has Access foundation. There's nothing on the brush, like it just has Access foundation. I didn't put new foundation, just to remove those harsh lines. So I do not contour my face that much anymore. The next step for me would be blush. Today we're going to be trying out this Essence blush. This is in the shade 50 Pink Pop. I got this the other day at Discam. I didn't do a swatch test. I did a swatch test when I got home. And it gives off this shimmery vibe. I don't know if I like that, because I like for my blush not to give away that, or not to give that, because I'm gonna put on highlighter. And I just got this blush because it's pink, honestly, and I've been liking pink blush lately. What do you think? I don't know. I've really been liking pink blush lately, and that's why I got this one. Honestly, I'm not sure about the way it is blushing me though. And I feel like it's too pink. Like it's pink. It's not the blush, the pink that I like though. Like, I don't know if you get that. This pink is not the pink that I like. This is like too pink. I feel like it'll disappear if I don't go crazy with it. Not that I mind, because honestly I do have blush blindness, since everything has blindness lately. I do have blush blindness, but this is not the kind of blush blindness I wanted. I think I'll use it for something else. I do not like it at all, but I'm sure I can find a use for it. I'm gonna go in with this blush rather. This one I got from China Mall, a shop called Maybe. This has the pigmentation I like, and it is not, it's matte. It's not, it doesn't have that, I don't know, this one has a little bit of glitter or something. Can you see what I'm talking about when I say I've got blush blindness? I like for my blush to honestly be like this, okay? Not like this, like I'm not done offs, but I like for my blush to be, I like for my blush to blush, basically. And I also like to bring it in like this, like under my eyes like this, because I feel like it pops out nicer. When I put on my highlighter, it also pops quite nicely, so I like that for myself. And now to my nose, I use this palette that I got from the very same shop, Maybe, in China Mall. I use this one over here to contour my nose. I also like to make my nose snatched, like snatch me, like I want to be snatched.
I want to be snatched. Can I be snatched more?
Yeah, it's snatch you.
Okay.
Can you snatch me? I want my nose to be snatched. So I really use a lot of this product to snatch my nose. And I use this angled brush because I think I like the way it helps me control the product as I am going as well. This really helps me snatch my nose, and I like to bring it up to the brow like this so that it connects with the brow and it becomes one really. I like a bright under eye, so I like to go in with this concealer. This is the Rimmel London concealer in the shade 020 Fair. People like to also ask, how do you control your under eyes from creasing? So this is the step that I follow. I just put this one here, and this one dries out quite quickly, so I let it sit for like 10 seconds or whatever. Then once I'm comfortable that it's a little bit tacky, or it has set already, then I like to now come in with my beauty blender, and I just like to blend that out like this. Oh, my hair's in the way. And then come on, get that. Right? Just like to blend it in like this. And I just take this part and just, as I'm blending this out, I'm just also coming up like this with this part of the beauty blender. Like I said, these beauty blenders work like charms, like they're an all-rounder, like jack of all trades. I also like to come a little bit to my nose with the excess product, just a little bit. I think for me the beauty of makeup is the blending, because you're gonna have to go back and forth. You'll see how many times I'm going to be going back and forth, but by the end of it all, everything would have been nicely blended. Can you see even my blush blindness is a little bit being controlled by the concealer, because the concealer is falling onto the blush, giving it that ombre kind of ending. Can you see? But I'm still gonna go back because I like my blush to also be very much it's still there, yes, but I just feel like I like to go back, you know. Then I also like to come here with the excess because, you know, you want to also snatch the chin, but you don't want to put the product directly here. So I like to come here also with the excess. I want to tell you also something else, ne. Today, my wig, I have put my wig literally in my eyes. I don't know how this has happened. I think it's because this mirror is so far today because I knew that I was doing this. So I have put my wig literally by my eyebrows, and I do not like that because I feel like it has hidden my entire forehead, and I do like to show my forehead, you know. Now that that's seamlessly blended, can you see? No creasing, right? I'm gonna go in with this Yardley translucent powder. This is immediately after I have now blended out the concealer, the bright concealer. I'm just gonna go back in. I always have a little bit of a scare, and I just want to always go back in and make sure that I have literally. Okay, then I'm gonna take one of these bad boys. I also got these powder puffs from Shein. What you want to do this point, you take your translucent powder, right? You dip into it, then you come and you dust it off a little bit here, right? Before you come here, because whatever you now put here is whatever is gonna set the concealer. Usually I find that if I dip into here and I come straight here, it becomes a tad bit too much, and that's why you start to have like flashback and you start to look like a ghost under lights and stuff like that. Like, we want to look like ghosts, but like not those kind of ghosts. Kidding, but like, yeah. So as you can see, it's not as much, and this is what gives that airbrush effect. And like I said, back and forth, we're gonna grab that same brush again, the blush brush, come back and just control it. You don't want the loose powder to sit on the blush and take away the blush kangago. So for me personally, that's what I do, because I feel like that's what makes me feel like it's not gonna take away what I'm doing. And then yeah, now that that's done, just to set everything in place, I like to just go in again and use the same translucent powder around my smile lines. My smile lines are not necessarily that heavy, but I just like to do this, just, you know, for vibes, really. And I just like to do this and bring it up here as well. I don't like to define this part that much because I feel like I don't like it when it looks harsh on me, so I don't necessarily define it like that. I just, you know, roughly go like this, just with this thing. And remember what I said about my neck creasing? We've already started creasing over there, but it's fine. I'm gonna control it, so at least I'm seeing it early before I'm done with my makeup. I'm going to control it, so that's fine. And also, there is a huge difference between oily makeup and dewy makeup, and I don't like oily makeup, but I do like a dewy finish. So that's exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing, and why I did the steps that I did initially when I started with my routine. And I like to bake. I go in with this powder by Makeup Revolution. This is in the shade Translucent. Like I said, this stuff gets used up in here. I'm going in with the same powder puff, and I'm still following the same method. I dip into this patted clear here or patted here, then I come back on my under eyes. I feel like this gives you a seamless finish here. Then I come back and I also get asked a lot, how long do I bake for? What I do is, after doing this, I'm gonna start doing my lashes and probably my waterline. So however long that is how long it takes, really. So it depends on how long I take to do my lashes and all that stuff after here. So I don't have a time, but I know, because I've got combination skin, right? So I know with a lot of people, they say that if you've got dry skin, do not bake for long, or do not bake at all. In actual fact, if you've got dry skin, just put the powder and, you know, keep it pushing. And for people with oily skin, you literally have to bake. Like I said, I've got combination skin, so honestly speaking, I think my oily side of it, because it's combination skin, I feel like my oily side of it is more dominant. So that is why I like to bake, you know. Who can make the biscuits specially for you? I'm the baker's man, babe, so I will bake, okay? So the breaker down, I will bake. I like baking. I like the effects that the baking does or gives me. When I have tried to just sit with the baking powder, and I don't like how it looks. I feel like that's what gives me flashback. I don't know. That's just me. And like I said, people will argue and say that means you still put too much product even as you're just setting and putting in small like that. You need to control the product that you put in. And I'm just like, yeah, no shame. Maybe I'm a little heavy-handed, and that is why I prefer to just do the whole 9 yards and just bake, okay? Bake. I just bake. It's okay, I can bake. Oh. Then I just like to also bring it here. Because like I said, we really like a thin chin. Like we don't want chins over here. Like snatch me. Can you snatch me? As I said, everything here is a back and forth blending contest for real. You're going to have to go back to things that you've already done and make sure that you're just controlling things. I'm gonna go back and just control my blush because I don't want my blush to disappear with this baking powder. And the ladies also like to suggest that if you don't have this baking powder, you can always use baby powder. I always say please do not use baby powder because I don't know, baby powder for me feels very light. I don't know how that works, but the ladies are always like, no, baby powder does work, baby powder does work. I'm like, I've never used baby powder, so I would never ever suggest that you use baby powder. Please invest in the powder. These powders are not that expensive. They're very affordable. So yeah, live and die for a snatched nose, like no nostrils inside. Love it. Next step, I like to do my wing, and I use this Essence liquid ink. And there we go. I think I like it like this. I'm gonna keep it like this. In as much as yes, I am putting on eyelashes, I do like to use mascara just to make sure that I remove any excess eyeshadow that might have fallen onto my eyelashes. So I use this Princess mascara. This is from Essence as well. Guys, Essence makeup is quite good. I am a drugstore girly through and through. I do not own any luxury makeup product, so you can get this at Clicks or Discam, whichever one, baby. So what I do is I go like this first, right? I just clean from the bottom like this first up. My eyes are getting a bit watery and I'm about to put on lashes. That is going to piss me off. Then I take this mascara. This is also an Essence mascara. It's finished now, so it's literally empty in here. Then with this clear one, I like to now do this just to clean the top, but I'm also getting that product that I had put on the bottom to assist me. I'm getting that product to assist me to make this really rather so swift, right? And now my eyelashes, I feel, are black. Like my own eyelashes are black. If you could see, obviously as I was busy, my eyelashes were brown because of the fallout from the eyeshadow. If you haven't yet, please go watch my recent vlog. I have linked where I've got these eyelashes from. I'm going to be using these eyelashes for the first time today here. We're going to test them out together. The eyelash glue I'm using is this one. I got this from Shop Magula, babe. Convenience store like that. Okay, nothing over 15 rand. Thank you. So I do have a feeling that this is going to be quite long. I have big eyes and I don't usually cut my lashes, but I'm going to cut this one just a little bit because I do feel like this cat eye business is going to stress me out. And then I am going to apply my lash glue. I like to start with my left eye when I'm doing eyelashes because my left eye is not as crazy as my right eye. My right eye can just start being watery out of nowhere for no good reason. Like it doesn't have any good business reasons as to why it would do something of that sort. So I become generous when I apply the glue because my eyes do while a little bit. I do sometimes do eye drops before I do makeup, but it still does not work. So yeah, I wing it for real. That's how much I have put. I remember somebody saying that when I do eyelashes, they want to see how much glue that I put because they struggle with eyelashes and the glue that they need to put. I'm not sure if I'm going to like these eyelashes. They look a bit wispy and they look a bit few. I feel like maybe I should have stacked them so that they can look bigger. I get the eyelash. The best technique is just to take your mirror, put it over here, look down and then put your eyelash. That's the best way that you can put your lashes. Sometimes I feel like that makes me make mistakes, so I have different techniques depending on how I feel, girl. So yeah, I just do that. I feel like that's more beginner friendly. Me as an OG, I can get away with so many things. Ellen like OG when. I don't know, man. I don't know for real. Yeah, I mean, we can see the cat eye effect, but I just think for here it's too like it's too thin. Do you get? Like, I don't think you can see much. Like, I don't think you can see much hair. I don't know what do they use to make lashes. I don't think you can see much. Like, it's not as thick as I would have hoped for it to be. I think I should have stacked the lashes, but I guess next time I'll do that, because right now I really don't have time. It's getting a bit dark and I need to finish this hair review. I still need to style the hair, so I think it's fine. I'll just stick to the lashes looking like this. I do feel like they're a little bit on the quiet side, on the antisocial side, on the shy side. Final thoughts on these lashes. I really like them. I think they're really, really cute, but I think I should have stacked them. And I think also stacking them, I need to start from here. Like, I need to take you see this part that's curled in like this. I need to not stack them like at the same place, you know. I need to stack them. So I think I need to put like 3 at a time, because I feel like it's small, but figure lana even dramatic with it's not like building up. Excuse me, sorry. It's not building up the dramatic. It's not building up the long ones. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So I think I have an idea as to how I'll do it. Probably I'll show you in the next Get Ready With Me what I'm talking about. Now I'm just dusting off the excess powder. So when I look like this now, when my makeup looks like this, I don't want to do any waterline. I feel like it looks nice and subtle. So I'm not going to do any waterline. I'm just going to put on mascara and it'll still look cute. So now I'm just dusting off the excess powder. As I'm dusting off, I'm also dabbing it in as well, because I don't want all of it to go off. Not to say when I do this it doesn't go off, it still comes off as it should, but yeah. I also like to use different brushes. This brush is the Mr. Price brush. It's the Real Technique tubes, and I like this for that. I like this for this brush. I like that about this brush. I don't know if I'm even making sense, but yeah. Basically, I feel like a waterline would definitely just take away from this makeup being an everyday kind of makeup look. As simple as it looks, I feel like more is honestly less with this kind of look. So I'm happy with it. Let me know if you feel like I should have added a waterline. I'm sure you would feel like you want me to add a waterline, because you're like, no, do the whole 9 yards, come on, we want to see everything. But I feel like this is an everyday kind of look. Like, you can even do this every morning when you go to work, no? How many hours are you gonna take? Please, you're a star. I like these eyelashes. I really do. I think they're so pretty. I just feel like they're too thin though, because me, I like for my eyelashes, when I blink like this, you want to be getting aircon. I want you to get aircon. As I'm blinking, you must be getting aircon where you're sitting there across the screen. Thank you. Now I'm going to highlight. I'm going to use this shade over here. I got this thing from Meili. Yet again, it's a shop in China Mall, Main Reef. And I swear I got this one. I like to place it there. Can you see? Then I just tap with my finger. And then I also like to put it over here. I like to make a straight line, because remember the nose is snatch. This is just at the highest point of my nose, honestly. And that's where the light sits. When I'm in the light impacts my moha. Then I'm gonna use this brush. Guys, I use the same tools. Like, I've been using this brush since probably 2018. When was it, when we went to that award ceremony? Yes, it was 2019 when Wendy and I were getting ready. Then I just go with the highlighter like that. Okay, I think I removed too much. Let's go back again. There we go. And then I like to smile, because I like when I smile for my highlighter to be like, hi. Lighter. Purr. I still like highlighter. I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, highlighter is so 2016, babe. Even me, I'm 2014, so it's okay. I also have highlighter blindness. I will not stop. I will not put this down because I just like how it makes me look. She get. And then I don't like to put much, but I like to just a little bit, because like I said, that's where the light it puts me like a thing, and you know, it just does something, man, you know. Then now I'm going to set my face using this Urban Decay spray. I got this from Shein. I like to cover my eyes now, but somehow this product just does get into my eyes. I don't know how. While I'm waiting for the spray to dry up, I'm going to do my lips. I'm going to use this essence. It's written eyeliner. I use it as a lip liner. This is in the shade 8, right? Yeah, 8 Teddy. It's a dark brown. It's also got shimmer on it. There's this lip combo I've been obsessed with lately. So what I do is I overline my lips. Not my lips, but the top lip rather. Then I take this brush and I just do this because I don't want that harsh line, you know. I mean, it's still gonna be there, but not as much. I'm gonna go in with this lip gloss. This is by Essence. This is the one that says volume, pump volume, eh? It says extreme plumping. It says extreme plumping. It looks a bit silver on the outside, or it looks glittery. I don't know. So because I don't want to make it dirty, what I usually do is I transfer it onto my hand like this, right? Okay, that's enough. Then this one is finished. This is from Hues and Tones. It's a finished bottle. You see, it's already dirty inside. It's not like dirty, but it's got like products. Hope you get it. Then I take this, then I take this, then I apply it. See, it's white at first, or it's giving that glitter, but you'll see shortly what it's gonna do. I really like it because it literally does plump your lips. It has that tingling sensation, because this one also, it finishes quite quickly and it's quite useless if we're being very honest. Then for my bottom lip, I like to use this Catrice lip tint. Guys, I have been obsessed with this thing since I purchased it. Like, I am so grateful for Z for honestly plugging me, like, wow. And then I just, and you see, as you're applying it, your lips are not necessarily turning pink yet, but wait for the magic. Wait for the sauce. While we wait for the tint to do its thing, I'm going to go in with this Lancome mascara, and it works like a charm. I like to use it for my bottom lashes because of its precision. I don't want to make mistakes, and I just like the way it's so precise. And as always, if you're not pulling funny faces when you're doing these things, I don't know if you're doing the right thing. Can you see this brush? Can you see this spoolie? So precise and tiny. I absolutely love it. And we are all done. What do you guys think? I absolutely like how it came out. I told you wait for the tint to start tinting, because I know when you put it on, girl, it does not give you what you need to see. But after a few minutes, you start to see the reason why they call it a lip tint. It starts to tint for real. So I absolutely like how it all came out. This is a very simple look every day. Honestly, get up, do your makeup, go out. It might take some time. That's perfectly fine. I feel like for me, makeup is really therapeutic. I don't like rushing to do my face. That is why, even if I know where I'm going, I'm supposed to be there at 6 in the evening. I want to start at 2 o'clock, I want to start at 1 o'clock. I just want to take my time with it, because for me, it's honestly just therapy, and I absolutely enjoy beating my face to the gods. Let me know what you think of this look. Let me know which other look you like for me to create. I am not too much into eyeshadow and color because I really feel like I struggle a lot to blend and stuff. I have my days where it really works out, and I just have my days where it's just like questionable. So I don't necessarily like playing in that field. I like something subtle like this, quick and easy, and chop chop chop. I can move on with my life, you know. So, but do let me know which other makeup looks you'd like to see from me. I hope you did enjoy this video. We have come to the end. Before you go, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the notification bell so you can get notified every time I upload an awesome video like this one. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.